Party started with all kinds of new stuff going on. All right. I think I put my little bench here a little too close. Can't even get my leg around. And we're not doing any one-legged drills, so I won't have to worry about clipping out. Oh, and look at that. I didn't put on the resistance. I can make a super easy workout for myself without putting on the resistance. So let me get that in place. Okay. I think we are now ready. All right, you guys know the drill. You got your towel and your fan and your full water bottle. And I have to admit, put yourself in a nice, easy gear, whatever gear you've been in, just stay in that gear for now. I have to admit that I'm a little scared of this workout that I put together for tonight. So just get ready, because it's going to be a doozy. So this one I called, it's a block party. And the reason that I called it It's a Block Party is because that's exactly what it is. It's a bunch of blocks, and each of those blocks has a number of sets inside of it. And each of those blocks are going to be in your big ring and in your small ring, and with different durations. So as a result of it being a continuous effort, what's going to happen is your body's going to start to understand those efforts a little better as you go through it. So it's a good practice for the body, because think about it, when we go out and ride, we see things over and over again, like we're on the flats, and then we come to a climb, then we may descend, and then we get back on something flat, we come to another climb, and then we descend. So it is really a bunch of repeat, rinse and repeat kind of thing when you're riding, unless you're on something that's completely flat for whatever duration you're out there, which is rare to find if you're riding around in this area. So this is a good way to kind of get the body used to blocks of little sets that really the longest one is only 40 seconds. So it's not super long in the effort itself. It's just the fact that we're doing repeat blocks over and over and over and over again. That's the part that is tough. So we'll get ourselves a little warmed up so we can be ready for exactly those blocks. And then we'll get right into it and get ourselves, as always, these kinds of workouts go super fast because you're just so concentrating on what you're doing. And I want you to really, for each one of these blocks, I want you to really think about all of those dynamics of your body positioning, your pedaling, your breathing, and the use of your core as you do this workout, because all that's going to come into play for this one. As you get tired, you start to lose all of those things. You might start to shrug your shoulders, or your pedaling gets a little choppy. So let's try our best to make all of those things smooth for every single set. Really concentrate on your body position, how you're sitting in the saddle, and making sure that you are comfortable in your saddle. I haven't said this for a while, but if for some reason you're wiggling around in your saddle all the time because you can't find that comfortable spot, it might be time to consider getting a different saddle, because you really need to have a saddle that's fit for you properly. All right, so let's see how we're going to get started. We're going to do a 5-minute of 30 seconds standing, 30 seconds seated. And even in this initial warm-up, it's going to mirror or mimic what's about to come in the block party. So to start off, go ahead and get to your big ring and down to your 15. So remember, if you look back, you're going to see 3 gears under your chain. We're going to stand for 30. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Nice and straight up in your hoods. Just allow yourself to slowly get warmed up. You might start the first couple relatively slowly and then start to build them as we move through the 5 minutes. When you sit down, 3, 2, sitting down, just straight to your small ring. So it's up and down, big ring, small ring. Your cadence should increase when you get to that small ring. Sure you feel the heart rate starting to come up a bit. That's good. Back up to the big ring. Stand it up. Now you know the pattern. Legs should burn a little. That's what we need. It is the warm-up. For the warm-up. Sitting down, small ring. Get a nice transition. Keep the cadence high. If you can get to like 80 or so, it's a good place to be. Remember, body dynamics today. To the big ring. Stand it up. Hips over the ankles. Feel yourself light on your feet. Try not to let that pedal drop down to the bottom. Sitting down, small ring. Bring the cadence up. Start to really feel yourself breathing. If you don't have your fan on yet, might be time to turn it on. 3 minutes down. Big ring. 2 more times standing up. Feeling warm already. Sitting down. Small ring. Get that cadence up. Concentrate on light feet. Make sure your knees aren't pointing out. Last time, big ring, stand it up. Stick with it. Three, two, Small ring. Get that cadence up. Staying in the right gear, same gear. Push this last one a little harder. Get that leg speed up. Three, two, one. Find an easy gear. Take a drink. You know the drill. Let your body get the hydration that it needs during this workout. So finish that bottle by the end. All right, so easy gear. Recover now, because the first main set is right now ready to go. Here's how it's going to go. Similar to what you just did. It's a block of 4, 20 seconds in your big ring 21, and 20 seconds in your small ring 21. So it's just back and forth, big ring, small ring, trying to hold the highest you can hold in each gear. So if we do 4 of these, that's 2 minutes and 40 seconds worth of an effort. We're going to get 1 minute and 20, easy in between, and then we're going to do the exact same thing 3 more times. So you'll start to feel a pattern. So let the first one kind of go, see what you're getting, try to find a metric that you can use, be it cadence, power, heart rate, speed, rate of perceived exertion, whatever it might be. So your 21, where is that? You have a 25 at the top, 25, 23, 21. 2 or 3 gears down from the top is where you should go. So go ahead, big ring, find that gear in the back, 20 seconds, 3, 2, 1, let's go. You should be able to hold a nice high cadence here. 20 seconds is in a reasonable amount of time. 3, 2, 1, small ring, spin it. Now you should get to 100. Keep it going. Get the legs to spin. Up to that big ring. 20 seconds. You kind of notice what happens when you make that shift change. Takes a little bit to get it going, but once you do, it's good. Down to that small ring. Spin, 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 spin. 2 down. 2 more to go. Back up to the big ring. 20 seconds. Look at your metric. Figure out what's going to work for you. Small ring. High cadence, high cadence, high cadence. On the third one. One more to go. Big ring. Try to make that transition a smooth one, not one where your legs are stopping. 3, 2, small ring. Last 20 seconds. All the way to the end. Hold that high cadence. 3, 2, 1. Nice, easy gear. All the way to the top of the cassette. Small ring. Take a drink. Recover. All right, now you know what to expect. First set down. Three more of those to go. If you were able to set your parameters for your whatever metric you're going to follow, that's a good thing. See if you can match those and hold them for the next 3 sets. Now this one's not too hard. 20 seconds isn't very long, and the gearing is nice and light. So I hope that you were able to get your legs spinning when you were in the small ring. That transition is the hardest part. From big to small and from small to big. All right, so here we go. Find that gear again. Big ring, 20 seconds, let's go. Stay in the game, don't lose focus. Really concentrate on what you set for yourself. And small ring. That transition's pretty easy. It's back up to the big ring, it gets harder. Three, 2, 1, big ring. Feel strong in the big ring. And small ring. So when you transition to that small ring, hold your core so your legs don't start to bounce. Back up to the big ring. Feel yourself make the first pedal stroke in the big ring. A strong one. And small ring. One more here. Back up to that big ring. And go. It's like a timing nightmare. Small ring. Last 20 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Take a drink. Minute and a half, or minute and 20. Good job. 2 down. Now we know how typically these block kind of workouts go. So normally, the first one, you're just getting the gist of what the block is. The second one, the body's starting to understand what you want it to do. The third one is the one that you should crush. So this one should be the best one out of all four. So I expect you to dial this one in, get it nice and smooth. You already started to notice differences in the second one when you shift up to that big ring. It's also about when you shift, where your feet are at the time of your shifting. If you get a nice pressure push off of your feet right as you're shifting, it'll make that transition a little easier. All right, go ahead and find your big ring. Find that gear in the back. Here we go. 20 seconds. Number 3 in a set of 4. Now your legs are feeling it. And shift. Small ring spin. Keep it controlled. Up to the big ring. Make that change happen smoothly. Down to the small ring. Control, control. Up to that big ring. Wow, this set's going fast. Feeling a lot more confident about this one. Down to the small ring. Down to that small ring. Come on, Shane. 3, 2, 1. Up to your big ring. You're noticing me fiddling around here with my chain. And down to your small ring. That's 20 seconds. Hold it steady. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Minute and a half. Keep the legs spinning. Good job. All right, you got 3 down. You didn't think it was going to go this fast, did you? 1 more to go. And I know you're going to be able to make it a solid 4th effort. You got the pattern down. You got the gearing down. You know what metric you're going for. You want to put everything in place. Make this last one just as strong as the third one. You might actually feel the legs feeling kind of strong right now, which is good. All right, we got 15 before we start. Again, same gearing, same pattern, same strong effort. Go ahead and find your big ring. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And small ring. Increase that cadence. Keep the leg speed high. Hold that core in. 3, 2, 1. Big ring. Number 2 out of 4. And small ring. Cadence coming up. Three, 2, 1. Big ring. Also, listen to yourself. Listen to how your legs sound, how the bike sounds, as your cadence changes. 3, 2, small ring. One more to go. Find your big ring. Here we go. Last one, last part of this block. Three, 2, small ring. Stay strong all the way to the end. Three, 2, 1. Small ring, easy gear. Spin it out. Woo, yeah. Take a drink. Nice. All right, so you guys have known me long enough. You can probably predict what the next set's going to be. We're going to do the same blocks of 4, but the time is going to increase and the gearing is going to change. So this set, we're going to do just 3 blocks of 4. These ones are going to be 30 seconds long. The first one is going to be in your big ring, 15. You don't have to go there yet. And then just to your small ring, 15. So you should be changing. The cadences are going to be a little harder, obviously. That big ring 15, just do what you can do. It's about strength training in addition with that gear. And then when you go to your small ring in that gear, do your best to get that cadence up so that you can keep the legs moving. And of course, we're only doing 4 in each one, but 3 sets. So that's going to make it a lot different. So a little bit on the harder spectrum than it was previously. So we spun the legs out, got them well warmed up. Now it's time to get down to business. All right, so the first one, find your big ring, find your 15. If you have to look back, remember that 15 should have 3 gears under it. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now, what's different about this one? This one's more kind of endurance, strength based. Can't spin the legs as fast. You got to really, really hold in the core now. Find yourself pedaling nice and evenly. 3, 2, down to that small ring. Spinning it in that small ring. While I keep fiddling around with my chain here today. Keep it going. Keep that leg speed as high as you can. Three, two, back up to your big ring. Back up to the big ring. 30 seconds. 30, 30, 30, 30. It's nice and easy. I want you to feel strong on these. Feel the strength. 3, 2, small ring. Cadence should come up. Effort's going to feel a little different. Nice and steady. Some people might love these kind of efforts. 3, 2, back down to that harder gear. In the big ring. Do your best to stay light on your feet here. Try not to push into the pedals. Keep your hips nice and still. And small ring. Cadence comes up. Coming up to the last minute. I was scared of this workout, but I'm actually liking it. 3, 2, back down, back up to that big ring. Last 30 here. Feel strong. Talk yourself into it. What are your shoulders doing? Small ring. Last 30 seconds. Bring that cadence up. Be on your hoods or on your deck with nice light hands. Three, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Small ring. Woo! Good one, guys. Keep the legs spinning. 1 minute. Take a drink. I was talking to somebody today, and I said, "How you doing this morning?" And she said, "I'm not doing really well. I didn't sleep very much last night." I said, "What happened?" She said, "Oh, I was up like every couple of hours with cramps in my calf muscles." And she looks at me and she goes, I know. I need to hydrate better." And I said, "Exactly." I said, "But it's not just about the hydration." All right, let's start our next set and I'll finish my story. Back to that big ring. Back down to that 15. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Number 2 of 3. So I said to her, do you put anything in your water? Nope. So, of course, recommended to her a little bit of, if you don't know this, I'm not an ambassador or represented by Scratch. Small ring, bring it up. The Scratch actually makes a daily hydration. It's a small packet. You can use it. It's not the same concentration as the Scratch drink that you would use while you're exercising. And it actually is exactly what she needs. 3, 2, big ring. So why is she having this? Could be a number of things. Her nutrients may be off. And in that Scratch Labs, you have magnesium, potassium, calcium, a little bit of sodium, and that electrolyte. 3, 2, small ring. So I'm going to give her some Scratch. See how it works for her. So that might be something for yourself to consider if you have that kind of problem. Keep that leg speed high. 3, 2, big ring. I like it. I see you guys are making better transitions. You're going from that high cadence or higher cadence to this low cadence. A little easier. 3, 2, small ring. Coming up on 3 minutes. 1 more to go. Last time in the big ring for this set. Keep feeling strong. Are your elbows bent? Now is when you start to straighten your arms. Shoulders come up. And small ring. Last time here. That cadence high. Three, two, 1. Small ring. Easy gear. 1 minute easy. Take a drink. Woo! This is a sweat fest. If you're not sweating on this one, you're slacking. No slackers allowed. It's nice to have your own Sherpa there, Barbara. I like that. Your domestique. I need some water. She rides by and grabs that water. That's good that she needs water because that means she's drinking properly. So when you come to these workouts, If you put 2 bottles on the bike, then you don't have to worry about not having enough water. Simple as that. All right, you ready to go? Last one for this block. Big ring. Find that 15. Here we go. Let's go. Find the strong legs. Thanks for being the domestique there, Jess. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Bring it down to the small ring. Bring up that cadence. Small ring. Fast legs. Body's happy now. Think about your face a little bit right now. Are you relaxed? Up to that big ring. If you're putting tension in your face, your legs are going to feel it. Keep your face nice and relaxed. You'll be able to push through this. 3, 2, small ring. Coming up on 2 minutes. Two more minutes to go. Down, up to the big ring. Ooh, the legs are starting to feel it now. Little fatigue. That's what we want, remember. We want to push a little harder every week. Down to that small ring. Legs turn up, spin up. Coming up for the last time in the big ring for this set. Big ring. Last minute. Keep your head in the game. Don't think any differently. Then you're nice and strong. You can make this happen. Small ring. Last time there. Get that cadence high. Make sure your back is nice and flat. Three, two, one. Small ring. You should already be there. Nice, easy gear. All right. 1 minute recovery. Take a drink. Man, I might need a new chain. Keep dropping my chain here tonight. So that's a real indicator of that. If you're finding your bike is dropping the chain, that might mean that your chain is stretched out too much, and it might be time for a new chain. And if you're using this bike on your trainer a lot, because we kind of cross chain periodically, the chain might need to be replaced maybe a little bit more frequently. But also the other thing to consider is this is a good time of the year to get your bike maintained, do your annual like tune-up. Bike shops are offering a lot of discounts right now. So consider that so that by the end of March, your bike's all fresh, ready to go. The last thing that you should do if you're riding the bike that you use on your trainer outside is make sure you have a new set of tires on. Do not use a trainer tire, either one that's designated for a trainer or one that you've used on the trainer all winter. It will not be safe to ride it outside. So really pay attention to that. All right, last set. Only 2 blocks. We'll see if we can get in 2 blocks based on time. Each one of these is going to be 40 seconds long. Here's how it's going to go. Small ring to start with a nice high cadence if you can get to 100. And then big ring with a nice high cadence, again, in the same gear. So just the same as what we've been doing. Big ring, small ring, a little longer for each effort. We might only get one of these in, but let's get it done. So start your small ring, 100 cadence, 3, 2, 1, 40 seconds. Control it. Keep it right at 100. Don't try to go over. This is a final effort, but it's also a little bit of a cool down effort too. A little longer, 40 seconds. And then that second one in your big ring, I want to see if you can try to stay at least 90. 3, 2, 1. Big ring. Hold yourself at a high cadence again. Keep the legs moving. You want to feel light feet. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. Forty seconds. Keep that cadence high. Really hold the core. Try not to bounce. If you're bouncing too much, then your gearing needs to change. Get a little bit harder. 3, 2, 1. Big ring. Keep that cadence high. If you feel like you need a drink at any point, you're welcome to do so. I want to finish that bottle by the end of this workout. Coming up to 2 down. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. Make that transition smooth. Keep the legs moving. big ring. We're into the third minute, or the third of the fourth. Hopefully your metrics are staying consistent for each one of these. That's your goal. All right, coming to the last one. Small ring. Spin it up. Keep it spinning. See if you can get over 100. And you get closer to 110. You still have that in your legs. You're only going to have 40 seconds left. 3, 2, big ring. Let's go. Make this one really strong. Keep it right there at that cadence that you've selected. 100 plus. Ten to go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Nice, easy gear. Woo, yeah. Spin it out. Finish your bottle. Good job. Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is a cool down. So let yourself cool down. Let yourself start to feel your heart rate coming down. Your leg speed doesn't have to be super high, but make your legs spin without a lot of effort. I know I talk about that a lot because I want you to transition that into when you're out on the road. So I'll tell you, when I'm riding behind Randy at times, I really concentrate on taking advantage of drafting off of him so that when I'm behind him, I can rest by doing exactly what we're doing now, spinning my legs without a lot of effort. So that then when he and I rotate and I get to the front, not that I go any faster, and that's what makes a beautiful pace line, is that you're not jumping off the front. You're keeping the pace exactly the same. And a little trick that I do is, as soon as I see him start to come off, immediately I glance down at my computer to see what speed we're at, so that I can hold that same speed so that he's not having to jump onto the wheel, and we can stay rotating smoothly and moving nicely along the road with each other. So it makes for a really nice pace line, even if it's only 2 people, when you can do it in that manner. So think about that. If you're with friends, even with one other person riding, try working on that. Pick a pace, say, hey, we're going to be at 15 miles an hour. Nobody's going to go faster than that. So when you come off the front, you slow down, and they just keep going at the pace that they're going, and then you just file back in right behind that wheel. I know sometimes it's a scary concept for people to do it for the first time. Find a road doesn't have a lot of traffic, that you feel confident that you can come off. And then let them know you can either do the arm flick which most people have a hard time understanding. Or you can just say, I'm coming off, and you come off and allow them to go in behind, you go in behind them. So I could do a whole lesson on pace lining because it does have its advantages. Randy and I never ride together without being in a pace line. We are always in a pace line with each other because we know the benefits of it. So something to work on in this coming year. If everybody's okay, I'm going to give us another 1.5 minutes just to cool down. If you have to bail out and be done for the night, that's fine too. We'll get one more minute in just to cool down properly. Again, finish up that bottle. Make sure that you have consumed all that water. And I want everybody to start thinking about, and I preach this again, get in your protein on a daily basis. That protein source is so, so important. As we age, we need it for muscle development, to keep our muscles strong, and to make sure that we're recovering properly from these workouts. So if you're not using a whey protein source or a creatine, make sure you're getting in either some meat sources, some beans, legumes, whatever it is that you can get in that protein source. I might talk about that next week, bring you a list of things to consider. Good one tonight, man. This wasn't so bad. See, sometimes you go in with a scary thought and it actually comes out to be an all right thing. All right, guys, great job. Good workout. I like that one. Whew. Thank you for coming.